Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Champion Slot Machine. I'm your host Fizzledrix, and with me as usual is my Twitch community. And today we are going to play Illaoi. We know that for sure because we've already built a deck with 3 of the new champions out of 4, and so the fourth, the last one, Illaoi, is definitely the one we're going to be playing today. I'm excited. I've been getting my butt kicked by Illaoi. I've played her a little bit in Path of Champions. Really like this champion. I'm excited to see who we get to play with her. So if you like the content, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be part of the deck building process, catch me here on Twitch. I stream at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time almost every night. I'm streaming this, or at least some sort of video game, usually Champion Slot Machine. All right, so now that we're at Slotbot, let's see who we're playing with Illaoi. Demacia.
We move against fear, against doubt.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
Ooh, this is interesting. See, this is one of the reasons why we have the region identifier on the left, because if we get 2 champions that are from the same region, the region identifier tells us which other region we're allowed to pull cards from if we choose to. Because today we actually got 2 Bilgewater champions. We got Misfortune and Illaoi. I'm a little bit fascinated to run these 2 together. There's not a lot of inherent synergy that immediately strikes me, although there are a few cards, especially one new one that I immediately comes to mind that works well with this. So yeah, let's go ahead and go over to Runeterra and try to talk about the champions and try to build a deck out of it. So the card that immediately came to mind when I saw this, of course, is actually Buru Leader. Buru Leader is a 3-mana 3/2, and he says play a 1-cost ally starts a free attack. And you can play this, and Tentacles are 1-cost allies, so he can allow you for your Tentacles to get extra attacks, plus it's an extra attack trigger for Misfortune, which is pretty damn good. So let's just go over everything. So let's go ahead and go over what our champions do. First, we have Misfortune. She's a 3-mana 3/3. She says when she attacks, she deals 1 damage to all battling enemies and the enemy nexus, and she levels up when she's seen you attack 4 times, which is a pretty difficult level up to condition, to be honest. And when she does level up, it's a great payoff because she gets Overwhelm, which is kind of nuts. Gets a +1/+1 like most champions, and the big thing is that her ability to deal 1 damage happens 3 times. So she can blow away blockers with 3 toughness, and because of the Overwhelm, she still does damage to face, which is great. Her champion spell is Make It Rain, 2 mana, fast speed spell, do 1 damage to 3 randomly target enemies or the enemy nexus. It's a bit of a crapshoot to the RNG gods with this card, with the exception of when your opponent has 2 units exactly. But there's plenty of times you can find value in this, even some situations when you put it main board, but the fact that it's her champion spell is always positive. And that's Misfortune in a nutshell. She's not really complicated. She's usually played with Scouts or with Blade Dance or something that can activate multiple attacks. So we'll try to look for some synergies for that. And then the new champion from the new set that we're playing today, as we knew we were going to, is Illaoi. Illaoi. She is a badass biatch from Bilgewater, who I honestly kind of love this character design. She's strong, powerful, and not made to be some overly sexualized female, which is just great. There's not enough of these in League. But love Illaoi. She's great in the game in League of Legends. And honestly, her card's pretty fun too. Illaoi is all based on the spawn mechanic, which says summon a 1/1 tentacle, or if you have one, give it +1/+1 for each spawn. So she's a 4-mana 1/4 with Overwhelm, and she says attack, spawn 1, so you create a tentacle, or you make one more powerful. And then I gain power equal to strongest tentacles power this round. She's the big payoff for the tentacle archetype. Your goal is to build up large tentacles and swing with her. She gains all of its power. She has Overwhelm. She finishes the game off. So Illaoi levels up when she's seen Tentacles or herself deal 15 plus damage, which is not hard to do, honestly. As soon as a tentacle hits 7, and you swing with her, then, or a tentacle hits 6, you swing with her, it'll buff it to 7, it has 7, it buffs her to 8, which means they'll, to the combined, instant level her. So that's kind of what you're looking for if you want the instant level up, although you don't really need to, because other things like her champion spell Tentacle Smash, which we'll get to in a moment, can also help you level her up quicker. But anyway, her leveled up form is +1/+1, like most champions, but she says when you spawn, increase its value by 1 for all spawn effects, so your tentacles are just getting stronger. And she also has her same attack, spawn 1, but then she fully heals the strongest tentacle, and she gains stats equal to its stats. So she actually gains stuff in this now as well. So very hard to stop Illaoi once she's leveled up and gets another attack in. Honestly, sometimes she just levels up on her level up on the attack she kills you. But nonetheless, fun champion to play. Tentacles are a cool archetype. There's a bunch of units that just basically make your tentacle go very bigger, and then you can use it to control the board and win the game. And her champion spell is a 4-mana slow speed spell that's a spawn 3, then your strongest tentacle and an enemy strike each other. It's a pretty good removal effect for the tentacle archetype. And combining this along with a bunch of other things like single combat and concerted strike makes the deck very good at controlling the board. And that's Illaoi and the Misfortune in a nutshell. We want to look at spawn, right? We want to make sure that we're making tentacles. And there isn't a lot of options, so we might as well just go through the ones that we're clearly going to play. And then one of them is Watchful Idol. It's a 1-mana 0/5. It's immobile and can't attack or block. And at round start, it deals 1/2. It takes 2 damage and it spawns 1. Makes a tentacle. Over the course of 3 turns, it basically makes you a 3/3. But it's more useful than that because it can spawn you a new tentacle when one died for you to then attack with, and then use burst speed like effects like this card down here we'll discuss in a minute to actually attack. Because one of the things about the spawn mechanic that you have to think about, one of the few things that makes it a little bit intuitive, is whether there's a tentacle out or not. Because if there's a tentacle out, then you can attack with it, and any spawn effects like Illaoi or like the 3-drop or the burst speed effect, all of those will buff the attacking tentacle. But if you don't have a tentacle, then all those spawn effects just make one, and it can't actually attack in the same effect. So that's the only mild nuance you need to think about when, using spawn. But honestly, the amount of value you get out of the spawn tentacles, it ends up not being something you have to think about too much. But that's Watchful Idol in a nutshell. We also have Answered Prayers, a 2-mana slow speed spell that's a spawn 2 or spend 5 mana to spawn 4 instead. It's a spell with a mana kicker. If anyone's ever played Magic the Gathering knows what that is. I was wondering when we'd finally get one of these. Answered Prayer is a staple in these tentacle builds. You can either get a cheap tentacle early, or if you got extra mana floating around late game, you can spawn +4. So, very good card. We're also going to play the Sea's Voice. It's a 3-mana 3/3 that says attack, spawn 1, and give your strongest tentacle overwhelm this round. There's another way for you to win the game, because this card can make your tentacle, as huge as it is, actually get a keyword that allow it to hit the enemy nexus. And then it plus Illaoi both having overwhelm can be a 1-2 punch that's really hard to defeat. And that's kind of what you're looking for this deck, which is build up tentacles, get the Sea's Voice and Illaoi out, attack with them, and the tentacles profit. That's it. And then of course we got Tentacle Smash, which we're going to put in. Buru Lookout, it's considerable. I don't know how good I feel about Buru Lookout. I think when we finish out filling out the deck, it'll come down to like curve and how much we can afford a 5-drop on whether or not we actually run this. It's a 5-mana 4/3, which is just wickedly bad stats. It then pawns those stats off on a tentacle though, and getting a 3/3 tentacle and a 4/3 for 5 mana is probably worth it. It's just a little on the pricey side, and we're playing Misfortune, which means we want to be a little bit aggressive. So I'm not sure we're going to end up playing that one. And then Eye of Nagakabura spawns 2 and draws 2. Even in an aggro deck, I think we probably play 2 of these. It'll help us make sure we don't run out of gas. And of course, spawning at burst speed is just so good. So we probably still play like 2 copies of this, right? And then Nagakaburos is the big late game finisher for Tentacles. It's an 8-mana 5/8 with Fearsome. Says round start, spawn 2. Then if your strongest tentacle has 12+ power, you create a Nagakaburos Tantrum in hand. And Nagakaburos Tantrum is a 0-mana focus speed spell with fleeting that says Nagakaburos starts a free attack with 4 Nagakaburos Tentacle. And Nagabora's Tentacles are 1 mana 1/1s, but they have the stats of the strongest tentacle, and it grants its keywords as well. So if it has Overwhelm, it gets Overwhelm. And one of the fun things I didn't realize until somebody had played this card against me, but when it does do this, the way that it's set up with the free attack, it puts Nagaboros in the middle and actually puts 2 of the other 2 tentacles on the other side, and all 5 of them make a whole cohesive image of a giant tentacle monster just wrecking in sea. And I just thought that was such a cool thing. They did not need to do that with the art design, but they did, and I love it. So I don't think we're going to be playing this card in this deck, to be honest, just because, like I said, we are playing Misfortune. We really want to attack a lot and be aggressive, and I don't see where the 8-drop really fits into that. It's a bit of a shame. When I knew I was going to play Illaoi today, I was thinking, oh man, we get to play Nagaboros, but that doesn't really, I don't think it really works out in this deck. But I'm totally willing to put in the Watchful Idols, the Answered Prayers, the Sea's Voice, the Tentacle Smash, the 2 Eye of Nagaboros. I'm just unlocking these because whenever I see cards I don't own, I unlock them. All right, so about halfway through the deck, just including the Tentacle package that is pretty much required if you're going to play Illaoi. And then, so otherwise, we're just going to put in stuff that works well with Misfortune, right? We're going to play Crackshot Corsair. Talking about Island Navigator, 4 mana, 2/4 Scout. When she summons, she creates a random 1-cost follower and gives it Scout. And Crackshot Corsair is 1 mana, 1/1, just got recently nerfed. When allies attack, deal 1 damage to the enemy nexus. And so the reason we're choosing her is not only is the Scout gives you extra attacks with Misfortune on the board, and the extra 1-drop, can help make all that happen. Any good 2-drops? Yeah, we could really use a good 2-drop, right? Well, we have Petricide Broadwing, baby. Yeah, can't ever go wrong with Petricide Broadwing. Another thing is we could do the Jagged Taskmaster. Hilariously enough, it would buff all your tentacles forever. The Demacian Telstones ain't bad. I actually like 2 of them. I think we can also just play like some control-y cards, right? Like we can just play the Fleet Feather Tracker, Bryce Steel Protector combo that I put in like every Demacia deck I ever built because it's just freaking good. We're gonna go with single combat and 1 concerted strike here. All right, so that's a deck, y'all. Oh well, we didn't put the Buru Leader in here, did we? Gotta put Buru Leader in here. I was so excited about him. I just forgot to throw him in the deck. How could I? I was excited about giving the Idle Tough, though. You're right. I forgot to put that combo in there as well. All right, let's try to find some room. I can find room for 2. It's also actually not bad putting it on a Tentacle. If you just put it on a Tentacle, give it Tough. I don't know if giving the Tentacle Tough so that way it survives Tentacle Smashes and stuff and just combat in general is better. It might be better to do that than putting it on the Idol because, yeah, the Idol just keeps giving you spawn, which is great. But it's not seeing combat and getting extra value out of it. And, I'm just thinking about it going, I'm actually kind of glad Watchful Idol kills itself because with, a Misfortune deck, I really want to try and get a little bit of wide. And the fact that this is going to stick around and clog up my board for many turns is honestly a little ugly. So I kind of like that it kills itself and gets the out of there so I can put something else in its slot. All right, yeah, what's the curve look like? Yeah, you're right, man. So it looks like it's not horrible. It's a little weighted in the 2 and 3 slot, but it's actually a decent curve. Looks pretty good. Looks like a curve. So basically built a deck that is trying to build up tentacles, using attacks with Broadwing and whatever we can in order to gain value. Trying to level up Misfortune through the Scout attacks, through Buru Leader, and then ending the game with Illaoi and Tentacle Smash. Yeah, what's the start of free attack card? That's this one. 3 mana, 3/2, play a 1-cost ally starts a free attack. So it's pretty good. And what's funny is that there's actually a cool little combo you can do here with Island Navigator, right? Because Island Navigator makes a 1-cost and gives it Scout. You can attack, you can play Misfortune on 3 on their attack token, say, right? Then on your turn, when you get the attack token, you play Island Navigator, it makes the 1-drop. You swing with the Navigator, triggers the Scout. Then you swing with a different unit, either Misfortune or someone else, right? That triggers Misfortune's second attack. Then the next turn, you play Buru Leader on the 1-cost ally that Island Navigator created that has Scout. That will cause it to trigger a Scout attack. triggering a third attack for Misfortune, and therefore giving you the fourth attack for Misfortune on turn 5 when you have the attack token on evens, which is a pretty nifty little combo. That's the deck. We're going to try it out and see how well it does in ranked. I'm excited. Or first, some games in norms to test it. Then we'll play some. What needs to go in, what really needs to make adjustments. And then we'll play it on rank ladder. You know, I've gotten into Masters every season for like the last year, basically. So we're going to get into Masters eventually. And we'll be doing Slot Machine once we get into Masters. But of course, since everybody got reset, I'm still in plat. And since I'm playing janky decks like this, I don't exactly climb very quickly. But it's important to me that when we do a Slot Machine deck, we play it on ladder and find a way to win with it. Because I truly believe it's really hard to find a deck that you cannot, or an archetype that you cannot win a game. What is a Slot Machine? Oh, my friend, I will show you what I'm talking about when I say Slot Machine.
Explosives primed.
Does the attack just fail if your Buru leader is on the idol? No, actually, it'll force the idol into combat. Yeah, it can't attack doesn't mean it can't be put into attack. It's weird, but it's true. You can actually make your watchful idol attack. You make the 0 whatever attack. It's not going to get you much. But you can do it if you have the Buru leader and you have nothing on the board to attack with, and you absolutely need him to. You like need to trigger an attack for Misfortune, then yeah, you can force the idol to attack, oddly enough. It's just like with stunned units, right? If you force a stunned unit to attack with like a spell or something, yeah, with Cataclysm, it still happens. It's the same thing with that. Dude, you're an aggro Jin deck. You played your 1-drop and attack. Why are we still waiting? I don't understand. How complicated of a decision do you have to make? I mean, we're just gonna murder this guy, right? Oh man, we burned the stage hand. Nice, you can't attack with that now. Look at that.
So much better than us both.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Nice, just got a follow by Kivon B. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy the content. So that's a bit awkward. I think we'll be okay though, especially if he develops here. We can just tentacle smash him. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna tentacle smash this chick. So he does have a Jin. Heard that tentacle smash allows us to live, and then we can trade here. Thing is, we're against an aggro deck, very aggressive deck, so oh, I don't have my bot set up. I'm an idiot. I really should have it set up. I thought I had my Runeterra deck tracker up. Okay, for some reason it didn't load when I clicked it the first time, but it is loaded now. So the next time we start, or I think maybe even now, I'm connected to the deck tracker, so you can look at it there. Maybe I just play Illaoi here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see the whole list. It even tells you how many cards I've currently pulled out of it at the moment.
Everyone here is so cool.
So oddly enough, I think we're just attacking with her and not the tentacle as well. Only because he trades with this so easily, and I'd rather save it and make it bigger and bigger. So we're just going to swing with Illaoi here. I'm actually copy this deck idea to play in ranked. I mean, you could probably climb up to... I mean, I don't know. I haven't play tested enough to really get that claim. But you could probably play test it. You could probably climb all the way up into about platinum. I like to say you can climb with most decks into about plat 4 or 3. Once you start getting to plat 2, 1, and diamond, you really do have to start playing like good decks. Otherwise, your climb is going to be real slow. Which, you know, to each their own. If that's what you're into, you just want to play your own thing and you're willing to have a slow climb, then you do you. I think a lot of people think they're like, oh, well, I have this cool idea. Nobody's thinking about this. But, you know, there are people who all they do is make content for this game. And sure, they may not have all the right answers, but why did you play that without Nightfall. What? I'm lost. Okay, he knows he f***ed up. Heard that. I want to try and integrate some bot commands into Slotbot next patch if you want. Yeah, if you can actually integrate them directly in and I have to just have Slotbot open up in the background the whole time in order for it to implement, I can make that happen. Like, I know you know a lot more about all that than I do, so makes sense. So how does he beat us here? He's an aggro deck that hasn't done dick to our health total. He hasn't really leveled up any of his champions. We just got a free murder on Annie while also growing our tentacle, which is kind of silly. He developed this Nightfall unit without Nightfall, which is just... I mean, where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go now? What you gonna do? Wow, wow. Where do we go? Wow. Sorry, I'll stop. That's not why y'all came here. Y'all came here to watch me get roped by this. Calm down, Axel. If only I had those pipes, man. If only I had those pipes. Do we play the Misfortune? Allows him to play stun units. I don't think we allow him to play stun units. I think we just attack. This is big enough that it can attack now. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That is why I'm gonna lose all the people who join the raid. That joke right there. I could make my own jank decks in high school and climb to legend. Is Runeterra really that different? I mean, you could still climb to masters. It's just your diamond through masters climb is gonna be slow, right? You know, it's gonna take some time. Yeah, Moppy's actually been hanging out with us. Oh, the dude just like AFK'd and let me just kill him. Alright, cool. Dude was too embarrassed to actually play any more cards. I'm stealing that joke. I'll allow it. Yeah, I need to go through and adjust my settings. I actually finished paying for my icon, so I'm gonna attach my icon to my Twitch and my YouTube accounts. I'm going to adjust some of my Twitch settings, including some of the because like I don't have a notification for subscribers and a few other things, so I'm gonna adjust some of my notifications and things like that. And one of them is definitely going to be to add that to redeem spins. So I'm still debating on how I want to do that. And, you know, we got people in chat. They can kind of chime in on this. How would you guys like to redeem your channel points in order to affect the slot bot? Would you like to choose a champion and lock one of the slots in that? Would you like to just redeem a reroll where I give a few minutes after each roll for somebody who just goes, nah, fuck this, I want something else? You tell me. I don't like this without the Misfortune, honestly, but the rest is fine. We can build up tentacles. We can control the board a little bit with Petricite Prob. I have a few different options for random spin or lock spin. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. I could actually... There's no reason why I have to do any of them. Oh, man, I was the one holding the game up. I'm sorry. I had a little bit of computer lag, and then I didn't realize. Alright, so he gets the Harbinger out. We're gonna get another Broadwing out. Could have an Avalanche, but I would still do 2 damage to his face, which would feel awkward, so I don't think he's gonna do that. Too bad we don't have a landmark destruction. Actually, you know what? We could build this tentacle right now. No, I guess this control deck, I want a really big tentacle. A Twitch channel that has RNG for viewers? That's exactly right, man. RNG is the point. I actually believe in the gods RNG. I'm a preacher of the RNG gospel, so to speak. Well, okay, let me explain. So, there are 3 gods in the pantheon of the gods RNG. Their gods are random, number, and generator, of course. And generator is the god of creation. He generated all matter and all things, okay? And the god, hold on a second. I'm a little bit busy. Okay. Cool. We'll go do this. And then the other god, the god number, he's the one who created law. And that's the reason we have the laws of physics, we have laws of thermodynamics, things like that. We have math. And then random, he's the guy who created life and all the random things that life and everything associated with it do. And that is the gospel RNG. Those are the three guys we pray to, and it's to them. They are the ones who decide whether or not we draw good cards or not. So it all just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? RNGesus. Exactly. I'm preaching the word of RNG. I guess we just attack like this. Yeah, because he could just cause this to pop immediately. If we pull this to the side, we lose our unit, but we guarantee 6 to face. Is that even worth it? Maybe we attack with Buru Leader, but if we do, he's probably got... No. We're gonna slow this up. They can only pop at focus speed. Glad you're popular today. Dear Lord, the fatty raid. Yeah, somebody raided me good. Sweezy raided me good. I appreciate it too. They can only pop at focus speed. Yeah, I know. I know. And I probably should have just attacked there. I probably should have. I'm not going to get much value here. I was just thinking I'm not going to get enough on that attack, so what's the point? I guess we can let this grow. We could detain one of these guys on our tentacle, right? It's not a horrible idea. We're going to still kill one of these dudes. Just to get the damage to face. Yeah, it's probably better not to do what I did. Go pass. We can somehow deal with these 8/8s, we'll be alright. Best I got. He's got so much mana, I just kind of want to pass and see what he's going to do. Okay. Yep, he's going to get tough Nexus, which is really rough. So we can pull things to the side, but he can still block this, unfortunately. But we can give the tentacle over. Had I hit earlier, I actually have a chance to kill him this time. I wish this game had a big game hunter. A big game hunter? Oh, there's a few that are kind of like that, I guess. He attunes, so he gets his dude back. But he already attacked. Interesting. Like lore-wise, yeah, there are a few lore-wise in actual like Legends of Runeterra, or League of Legends, I should say. Man, we just don't have anything here. I think this guy gets us. Kha'Zix and Rengar are in League and based on Alien versus Predator. Yeah, exactly. They kind of fit that aspect that if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, we don't have it here, and then he just beats us to death with overwhelm units next turn. So we're just gonna save ourselves some time and move on to the next game. Oh, they're both 8 mana. Yeah, and Captain Erika's the other one. Like, oh yeah. Nah. Not sunk cost and Captain Erika. Nope. We ain't playing those cards. We run into that deck again. We just gotta beat him quickly. Jaysheimer means he's probably not doing anything turn 1 and 2, which is kind of fun. We just gotta beat him for... Oh, okay. He's gonna burn a thermo on that? Jeez, that's so good for us. I used to play Suncost in my Illaoi Starspring deck. Oh, yeah? How well did that go? I guess there's a reason you said used to. It is a doggy poo poo doo doo. I guess we'll get another test. We need to get another test. So I'm just using this to control the board. Then we'll get Tentacool and Tentacool. Misfortune just dies. I guarantee it. So until I can play her with a barrier, I can play C's voice. Actually, it wasn't bad, except for when you played it versus aggro. Yeah, it's just a dead card versus aggro. So this will spawn us one and remove his 2 units. It's fine.
Do you hear her voice? Do you feel her presence?
I don't mind removing these, to be honest. We're building up some tentacle power. If it tries to just like ping it for 1 or something, we have an answer. And just immediately bursts.
If it's a people problem, I'm your man.
We're gonna play Misfortune here. Well, no, because you get like Static Shock or something.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
I worry about a Shock Blast hitting both of them. I can barrier her. Oh, it's a Remembrance. Okay, I'm less concerned about a Remembrance, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, you got a Naked Lady, too.
You will be scoured from this land.
Yeah, that happens. I think I want the plus. I want the 4 spawn. I need this Tentacle to get big, because his entire deck is based on like size units, right? The problem is if I do this, I don't get to do this in response, and you can just ping it. But it's still spawn 4. Yeah, whatever. You can ping it if you want. Don't you know if it is what is going to get it done? Yeah, it doesn't get rid of the thralls, though. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. Because they's got 8 toughness, not 6. Yeah, I guess it's not big boy removal enough. Well, I mean, to be fair, his deck's very complex. I shouldn't get on him about it. Okay. Sure. Do we even attack here? I mean, we'll just trade with the Naked Lady, right? If we attack. I want my Tentacle bigger. I'm gonna pass. I have burst speed growing it. So far, I've burned 2 mana. Ooh, the Buru Leader. Be useful after I grow it a little bit more. Attack with Terror, get Barrier. I want to save the Barrier for when he tries to remove Misfortune. That's risky. He's got a lot of mana. I'm gonna play this on
A
her.
mistake is the first step to improving.
Okay, so he gets his Hextech Gate.
Nothing beats field testing.
I think he has a way of dealing with the Tentacle.
Replicating the power
No,
spike.
he's just gonna Remembrance twice. No units died, so he could still get some Naked Ladies. And he got one of them. Alright, so... Illaoi? No. I think we're just gonna smack Jace with this Tentacle. Tentacle smash. If I'm being real with you. Don't know nothing. I guess he was just like, maybe this gives me an answer. Burst it out. I don't blame him. So this is going up to 10. Oh, he's getting a barrier. Sure, we'll try it. Sag.
I hate traffic.
When the water is still, you must make waves.
Stay back! Hope burns on.
Alright. It's only a 4-cost card, so he doesn't buff it. You have too many units die. I guess we can concerted strike in response to his spell. Still awkward, though.
Interesting use of tech.
We still have the barrier as well, so we just barrier somebody. Try and survive this. I will barrier this guy. I might have a mystic shot or something to counter this, but it's the best shot I got. Nope. Kill him, he doesn't gain any health. Beautiful. Okay.
You will be scoured from this land!
Block here. Block here.
Current guides us both.
Take 4. Seems decent. Oh, this is getting ugly. I think I need to keep this alive from with the barrier. I just have to take that. As much as I love the level misfortune, I don't think I can. Nice. We got another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Got the single combat with Golden Magus. Somehow lives through both of these fights. If he doesn't have any buffs or anything, he very well might. JG just survived now. They're killing him right now, though, but he just survived. Yeah, well, we're not killing him now. He's gotten the better of us, unfortunately. Not sure what he's got, but he's probably got something. Okay, so we're going to trade. That's fine with me. Everybody dies. Yay! Now I just need, like, a card. Like an actual card of some kind. Oh god, he has the progress day. Oh no, never mind. He just blows me away. Man. Rough. Yeah, that does it. Alright. Rough, sad dog. Yeah, man. This has just not been getting there.
Revenge.
Let's see. Maybe we lean more into it being an aggressive 1-drops type. So if we drop some of this stuff. Because Tentacles are 1-drops, technically. So they can get buffed by Jagged Taskmaster. Her, actually, it's she. Doing something slightly different. Guess we can play this now, yeah. You're gonna want to play that. I think a little bit of a more low to the ground version. And that way I also have something to, like, basically always hit blue leader with. I do like the sharp sights. Alright, this is a bit more of an aggressive version. Not a lot of changes, but some significant ones. Remind me its spells again. I should know this off the top of my head. Hey, we actually get a Watchful Idol to start the game. This is nice. Oh man, a misfortune would be epic here. Oh, we're playing concurrent timelines. Interesting. Sorry. Spirit Jury, Crumble, Mark of the Isles for Darkness. I don't see who you're sacking to a Crumble. Spirit Journey is always pretty decent. But I think Mark of the Isles and Crumble are just so bad. I don't see you making value out of them. You're never going to need the +2/+2 ephemeral.
I never miss.
Ugh. Kind of have a feeling you did something like that, so we're just going to pass. That's a pretty cool card back as well. I like these card backs. These like navigational style card backs. They're pretty cool. I need some.
If it's a people problem, I'm your man.
It turns into Stun Hawk. Makes sense. Pass. Sure. We're gonna save some mana. We'll be alright. This thing gets a little bit bigger, and now we'll Tentacle Smash him. Unless I draw an Illaoi. Then we're gonna play her.
Stand and be tested.
Spirit got ourselves a 3/3 Tentacle, and we can actually Sharp Sight to keep some of this alive during this attack, so that's good. Not enough, buddy. Cool. Now we're going to swing with everybody, because he probably blocks her. If he doesn't, and he blocks one of these, I'm fine with it. It's Gucci. 11 damage to face. Look at that. And I got a big old tentacle smackadoodle for whoever comes out of his hand next. You're no exception, my friend. You're getting smashed. Smack. We just open attack, right? I mean, you could have a freeze. No, let's do this first.
The ocean whispers secrets.
We'll make sure we get it with the scout attack. What you got, timelines, Mr. Kirby?
Always forward.
4 damage to face. Yeah. It's over. Oh, we get a win. Thank God. Whew. Took a little while. I think this more aggressive version, we may be onto something here. Okay, this is a very control-heavy deck, which means we want to try and keep the sharp sight for the misfortune. He might just have turn 1 blade. So we got the Navigators, kind of fun. So I guess 3 misfortune swing, possibly sharp sight, 4 Navigator, 5 scout attack. Hope we get the Buru ally.
Come on, Tibbers. It's playtime.
Okay, sprue damage. Alright, we're gonna pass here, probably. Pretty much no matter what he does.
This way. This way. Very neat.
Dun 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 dun. Mighty Morphin Misfortune time. Of course, my got a lag for some reason, so I Guess we'll take our sweet ass time with this. I don't know what's up. Oh, it's super stormy out. That's why. I actually know why. There's a storm out today. Fortune favors the bold. What are you, a cryptocurrency girl now? Since that's their thing. Fortune favors the bold. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna attack with misfortune. He doesn't even have stun for it. Fascinating. And he can come in, but that dude's dead. Let's smash a tentacle on this chick's face. There's some very terrible, horrible... Never mind, I'm not even going to say it. Giant tentacle smacking a little girl. It's like some horrible hentai shit.
Get him.
Okay. Take it. Where do we go from here? Block a duck. Well, this will keep her alive, so he's got to have another one. Alright.
More lessons?
Raven Blum Conservatory. Conservatory. I don't know why I said it. Let's play her first. See what he does. I'm gonna stack a tentacle here. Mandy, let's. I don't want to save. I want to save mana in case he tries to.
Want to skip class?
We could skip class, or we could bring the school down.
Kill your other Annie. I'm not dealing with that chick. Now you can kill my misfortune. I don't care.
Time for a true display of skill.
Oh, and we have the sharp sight for him too. Lovely.
Watch and learn.
Noise. Oh, he's drawing cards. Okay. You still got a tentacle problem, bruh. I mean, he might be running Scorched Earth, right? Well, we had to have done something right then. Let's play out a bunch of scout units.
The ocean whispers secrets. This is our way.
Okay, he just takes it all. Wow. So he blocks 1, 2. He takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. That's game if he doesn't have removal for them. There's removal for that. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this so he can't block it profitably.
This is our way.
I've got us covered.
Gonna get bit.
Alright. We did our best there. He's still got 2 cards. We're out of cards. He's down to 2 health. So if we get another turn with a scout unit and this chick on the field, we get it. Buru leader would also be pretty sick here. Oh man. Alright, he gets whoever does.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
Oh, the single combat's sick.
One shot, all skill.
We try it. If he's got the flock, then that sucks for us. I don't know what else to do, but... Yes! Got him! You lose, buddy. I got scouts.
Always forward.
GG! We made a slight tweak. We won 2 in a row. That is how we do champion slot machine, y'all. Sometimes you gotta make a little tweak. It's not always perfect the first time. Sometimes your initial impressions aren't correct. You just tweak it a little bit, you make some adjustments, and boom, suddenly it performs better. Look at that.